Easy, easy. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Oh, you know what? We're not going to let you see us today. Sorry, we're going to just hide ourselves. What's up, Heather? How are you? Hey, hold on, ladies first. There you go. All right.
I'm doing great. You sometimes you make me sick when you do that, but that's okay. It's fine. I don't mind being moved around. It's fine.
Front of the line. Front of the line.
I'm doing well. How are you, Michael?
I am well. Hey, as
Good.
always, where are you from? Country,
Um,
city, state, etc., or just
yeah,
etc.
I'm just probably gonna stick with etc. this time. Honestly, I'm in Arizona and I need my sweatshirt today.
Oh, wow, really?
I was wearing it because it has a really cool logo that if anybody's interested in merch, we got some, but not for
There you
that
go.
reason. I'm seriously wanting to be warm.
And right over your shoulder there. Right over your yep. Oh, yep. Down a little bit.
What?
Down.
Oh, you mean my
The
pillow?
pillow. Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
You just say move out of the way. I'm moving.
No. Hey, wait a minute. I got one too.
Yeah. There, grab it.
Yeah. No. And thank you. We've had a couple recent purchases too on the Tinkering with Tech stuff, and I thank you. We really appreciate it. It's great to support us, to get that support.
So grateful. Really, you know what we would love, Michael? We didn't talk about this, so I'm just going to totally
sure, go ahead.
This one, but
that's fine.
What we would really love is if you would post on social media you with your Tinkering with Tech gear. We would love to see it. Maybe
show us on Instagram.
Hashtag or something, or tag Tinkering with Tech on Instagram. You can @mention us so we can see it on Facebook, Instagram, either one of those.
We were just talking about that before the show too. We were talking about hashtags, weren't we? And how well they pretty much worked, didn't it?
I think you have like a tip or something you're going to be doing or something, but we won't doing that. That's upcoming. Eyes peeled, everybody. Speaking of, do you want to talk about what we're talking about today, or do we want to go to the audience and see where everybody else is from?
Let's go see where everybody else is from first. Okay. It's all about them anyway. That's the way I look at it.
That's true. We just yap.
Nice. That's true.
We got Jolin here.
Nice. Hey, Jolin, how are you? Good to see you.
First in line, by the way. So that's
nice.
Mike, near Niagara Falls.
Nice. Yep. And he's got some ducks.
That's right. Always with the StreamYard ducks, right? Donna is here, and we know Donna is in New York, and always grateful to have her around. Yep. And Andrew, they're having a little conversation about the this is Jolin's question. Can anyone enlighten us on the trillion doodle over on YouTube today? And you know what's funny is when I saw it was about Minecraft. I don't know
if it still is. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the trillionth
Minecraft.
It's the trillionth view of something Minecraft on YouTube. That's what they're.
I'm pretty sure that I'm the reason why that doodle went off, because I was watching a video, a Minecraft video when it did that. So. Anyway, all right. So
trillion views of Minecraft content. Wow. Okay.
So so Andrew's here, Hermitage, Tennessee. That's where he's from, and we've got Gil in the house. We've got
nice.
Is here.
Excellent.
But we did have sound. See, no video, but we have sound. Oh my goodness, you guys! Hey, Dave. Dave says, hi, Heather. Dave, love my bell. I absolutely love this guy. Every time he shows up, he puts me first. He learned his lesson just the first time. And
so awesome seeing him. I mean, I haven't seen him for a while, and then all of a sudden he's back again, and I've seen him in the StreamYard stuff over there a couple times, and yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's not that far away from me, actually. I think he's in Atlanta, which is not very far from me.
He says hello to you, but I don't like
to. You don't have to, Heather.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so as always, Mike says, this is Mike saying, everybody like that smash button. Show your support for the show. We really appreciate that. Mark Barris in the house. Hello from Huntington Beach, California. Dave says he's in Atlanta.
Atlanta here. Yep, there we go. Right. Yep. Excellent day. Excellent.
Jolyn was camping out so she could be first in line. Gotta love that. My stuff from the store came yesterday and the day before. Awesome. So we would love to see you wearing or drinking whatever it is that you bought. If you're going to take a nap on the pillow, that would be awesome too. So we want to see it. And Tiger Doug is out here sitting in his living room.
Perfect.
Nice. All right.
I think that's _etc. part. I think that's part of the _etc. part.
Yeah, exactly. Mike says, I recently started watching Minecraft videos. I'm going to block you there. Oh, we can go on Minecraft. I absolutely love Minecraft. Okay, we won't.
She does. She plays Minecraft. This is so funny. She plays Minecraft with my kids.
I did. They kicked me off their server.
Okay. Well, there you go. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, you get boosted apparently. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, all right. So, Dave says that he had a heart attack a while back. So that's
why. God bless you,
Dave.
I hope you're doing super fantastic. Yes.
Sheila says hello. Hi, Sheila. One of our
Sheila, another community member. Yes.
And yeah, is that a new? It is not new. It is not at all new, but it is definitely a digging game. So anyway, all right. So I think that's everybody just saying hello to each other, and
let's talk about what we're going to talk about.
I just got
there. You go. I love it. It's good.
All right.
That's why now I just see the relation. That's why you play it. I get it now.
It's the Craft Shack.
It's a Minecraft Shack. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to talk about email exorcisms. That's what we're going to talk about.
Wait a minute.
I am not put the wrong thing.
I'm not qualified to do an exorcism, so we are not talking about email exorcism.
Oh, well, let's try this. Let's try this then. All right. Email inbox health check. What in the world does all that even mean?
We're definitely in rare form today. Okay,
we are. It's the holidays. We're supposed to be, right?
I mean, we're approaching the end of the year. I mean, if hopefully this isn't news to anybody. We're at the end of the calendar year, and I don't know about you, but for me, I like to kind of clean out the old junk and look forward to new stuff about this time of year. So one of the things recently in the last couple of weeks was my email. My inbox is kind of like full in junk. And then like last week we had Letitia on and she's talking about email marketing. And full transparency here, I'm like total cringing over the fact of email marketing because my inbox is a scary place. I don't want to go there. So I had been working on cleaning it out. And I thought, am I the only one? Am I the only one who wants or needs to do this? Like, raise your hand sheepishly in the audience.
That's right.
To say, yeah, my inbox is a nightmare and I absolutely hate going there. That's my confession for the day. So what I've been working on, and we're going to be talking about this, is some email management, like clean up that inbox, give it a little health check. And we're going to talk about that.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I love is that we're not going to show you a lot of stuff. We're not going to go into great details or any of that kind of stuff. But what we are going to is let's talk about it. And I'd love to get y'all's feedback. We could sit here and chat about it and, tell what we do or give pointers and all that kind of stuff. But I'd really like to find out what you guys what you guys do. What do you do? What do you do? Or do you even? Or you just kind of let it just keep riding and let it go? That's kind of a pain too.
Here's the question. I really want to ask the audience. Do you guys freak out at how many emails you have left to open number? Like, do you even see that? Some people, it pops up with a number and you freak out, or it's 99 plus or whatever the number is. I used to be that way. There was a time frame where that was like my goal was to always have it at 0. That has long gone. That number is astronomical. So I'd love to know how you feel or what you think or how you respond to your inbox number. Do you care? And we're not even talking about whether you use Gmail, don't use Gmail. You're talking about what mail service. We're not talking about that at all today.
Yeah, not any of that. Just
and
going
not
into.
even if you have more than one. If you have more than one email, we're just talking about inbox health. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the proper word is health, because Heather, you and I have talked about this before. Like if you have that number 99 or that 15 with that red little circle on your phone or whatever, is that like, some people that eats them up. It's just like, oh my God, I've got to get that off of there. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it puts dopamine in your system. So we are talking about health.
Yes.
So okay. I think it's real important. Go ahead. Yeah, fire away.
Well, the audience is chiming in on some of this. So let's go ahead and put this up.
Good.
So
that's what we want.
Andrew says that has been a part-time project since January 1 of last year, cleaning up the inbox and whatnot.
Okay.
John says it's a constant job, almost daily. I try to make an appointment. I like that term, with myself 30 minutes at a time. That's excellent tip. I collect emails in case they go up in value in 20 years.
I see.
Excellent. Excellent. Hey, with digital art and everything else going the way it's going.
Bitcoin.
Yep. Been working on my 0 inbox goal.
That's good.
How's that going, Mark? How's that going? No, how's it going?
The problem is that you keep adding zeros to whatever number you have in front. That's the issue.
Yes. Okay. So this is great for Gmail specifically. I like that Gmail has such a great search function to find large batches of emails. I have relied on the search function of Gmail pretty much the last 20 years because I lose I have poor inbox health. So I lose messages all the time, and they're things I know I was sent this invitation to a such and such, and I know it's in there, and it is a hassle to find it other than search. So yes, grateful for that. Hey, look at that. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. It is 12:15, isn't it?
It is.
I'm at.
Yeah. So he says, I've been to 0 a couple of times. I am okay now.
Yeah. I love that. That's good. So you're enjoying. And I love it. Look, see the red light. I can tell when I got a super chat, the red light goes around my TV. So
now, were we supposed to hear the jingle jangles when
did you not hear it? Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I did not have it turned on. You're right. Oh man. Bummer. I heard it. I heard it. So
now we're getting a little bit of an echo thing. No, I think it's okay. All right. Okay, so Jolyn says, we just said that, the great search function. So it's difficult to manage emails in Gmail. That's from Tiger Doug. So great opinion on that. Anything specific you're having issues with Doug? We'll be happy to help you with if that's something you need.
Something you think, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I keep my inbox at 0. This is from Andrew, but I have tons of labels with unread stuff in them. And yes, we're going to talk a little bit about labels in that as well. And oh my goodness, Mark, this is a place to like lose your heart a little bit.
Mike?
Yeah, this is Mike. It says 114,887 unread on my phone across more than 10 accounts.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know, right? Oh, my goodness. Sheila says, I ignore my inbox. I make sure I've answered my students. That's money. But the rest, I don't care. I know that's bad, and I don't care. That's awesome. All right. Within moments of deleting emails, I need them. Thank you for the recycle bin. Yes. So I have actually found myself hitting the undo many times, or going back to the trash can. Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is Mark's trick. 4 folders: due today, follow up, read later, and waiting for response.
Oh, you
You
know what? That's
physically move them into those 4 folders.
I talk about that in our community about the 4Ds.
Yeah, you sure do. Yeah.
Do, delay. Yeah, that's nice. Delegate and drop. I
Yeah. Are
love
you
it.
on that? Because I didn't mean to get off of it. If
No,
you're
no,
still
no,
there,
no.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just think that's so cool that he's actually formed his Gmail into a pattern there of the 4Ds that I talked about in our community. I love it. I like to see that come into fruition. All right.
Michael, every once in a while you say stuff that's worth actually putting into practice. So I think it's a good thing to note. Jolin says, I also label many incoming senders, so it's easy to dump them into a label folder for review. Yeah, so that's okay. So let's stop there. Between what she said and what Mark said, that's kind of a lot of what we were going to talk about today. Is the health of our inbox involves some kind of set up a little bit of pre-planning in a way, and you can sort of do it as it comes in as well. So let's talk about that. What is one of the first things that you would suggest? Or
one of the things that I do personally, okay, so this is me, this is something that I do personally, and it works for me very well, and each person is different, and I get that. One thing that I like to do is I like to create labels and filters for my Gmail that automatically send something there that I can even, and some of them I can bypass the inbox. So I never get that. Go ahead.
Well, that bypass the inbox thing got me into some trouble. So we're going to revisit this comment.
We need to
continue with your thought, but we're going to come back to bypassing the inbox, right?
We need to. Yes, we need to, because you're right. You can get, that can be a big loss, and things can go haywire with that same thing.
So why would you do that? Why would you bypass the inbox and it be a good thing? Like, what is the
I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you a screen share. So this is our tinkering with tech. Okay. If you look over here on the left-hand side, I know it's small print or whatever, and you might not be able to see it. I can always zoom in if I need to, but like right here, if you look under Zoom, okay, so in my Zoom, there's a number 4 there. And what that's telling us is I have 4 messages that automatically get thrown there. I automatically have that. It bypassed the inbox and went straight there. And what that's doing is it's telling us that 4 message every time somebody, this is something that Zoom, I can turn this off, but I have Zoom that tells me when someone has gone in the room. Someone has gone into our Zoom meeting room and they've joined, and it lets me know that. I like to see that so I can see who's going in there and who's in early, etc., that kind of thing. So I can automatically see those kind of things. And hopefully I'm not exposing anybody. I don't want to stay on there too long for exposing too much, but it lets me know that. So I have that automatically. I like to have that information, but it's not something I want in my inbox.
Okay.
In my inbox, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just want it there, but I don't necessarily want it in my inbox. So that's one that filters right there. And I can always go back. Oh yeah, so-and-so came in early, or I can check that. Or if I'm first going in to my Zoom meeting, I can see who got there early and check out those kind of things. That's a very simplified one, but that is definitely something that we do on the tinkering side.
That makes sense. Now, so I'm going to just tell you my little situation was,
please.
At one point we had done an email daily tip thing. You do daily tips on email often. You do daily tips every day. That's why it's called a daily tip. But a lot of times it's a Gmail hack of some sort. And I think you had shared something along these lines about bypassing the inbox, or all the different ways that you can filter out messages, put them into this label, or forward them on to this other person, or whatever.
Right.
And I thought, oh, that's what I need, because I'm getting all these things coming to my inbox that I don't necessarily need. And I bypassed almost all of my mail to totally bypass my inbox, which meant I wasn't getting any notifications. So then when I go in, I see I missed like time sensitive stuff. And there were things that were like, no, this should have been like immediate attention given to this item. Yeah, so bypassing the inbox is specifically for the things that you do not need to be notified about. This is
Right.
a lesson from Heather that everyone knew, but I need to reiterate it just in case you didn't, because I didn't.
No, and you bring up great point. I mean, seriously, because you really have to. It's good for people that are constant. And the thing is try little tricks. Try little things like look at 10 emails and then go away and go do something else. Look at 10 more emails. But also I would suggest at that time, put them in a label, have labels. Don't have too many labels. Because if you so it's kind of like a personal filter versus having a filter that does it for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. And I think too, one of the key things to think about as well is, how do you operate? Because you know you best, and you know if you need to have every little minutia worked out, where every single place mail has its place. If that's you, fine, have all the folders you want, sweetheart. But if that's not how you operate, then you probably shouldn't do that to yourself, right? So and
I when an email comes in, I immediately try and throw it to a folder if I can. If I'm not busy, but I might be in the middle of something too. What I find too is, you may be on vacation or you might be doing something else, but you're going to continue to get emails. That's when I set up filters. I set up a temporary filter that only works for a week or something like that, and turn the filter off after that.
Oh, that's an interesting concept. Okay.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too.
Let's go to the audience for just a minute. We got a few I want to put up here. Rich has joined us, and he says he keeps his mailbox pretty well empty. Good for you, Rich. I mean, that's a big deal that you're able to do that and maintain it is a big deal. I am not that person.
Do you think that applies to the fact that he's retired, has time to do that, etc.?
It might.
Yeah.
It might. He says Chris will probably not be participating in this conversation. She has lots of stuff in there. He's not even going to give a number to her. Andrew, yes, Michael usually says something. This is that daily tip thing. Every day, usually between 4 and 6:40 p.m. Eastern, somewhere in there. It depends on the day. If you're interested, seriously though, if you're interested in these daily tips, it is a part of the tinkeringwithtech.net. It is a part of our community, and for a low monthly payment, you actually get invited to be a part of those daily tips, where you can learn those things firsthand, ask questions, and then you have access to all that he's ever done and all he's going to do for 24 hours a day. It's really a cool concept. So thanks for that, Andrew. Your check is in the mail, my friend. All right. So then Mark says, yep, 0 inbox. Like it's like he's trademarking his gig here,
that's
right?
Really good, though. Seriously, that's really, yeah.
I'm impressed. John says, I also switched from inbox to the priority social.
Oh, really?
Switched, yeah. And I was doing that for a while and then switched to your inbox. So that's kind of funny how
that is.
Back and forth. You can go back and forth. Huey says, I have, and thank you for joining, Huey. We're glad you're here. I have emails going back to 2001 and some earlier. Occasionally, I move a bunch to a folder called Old and Others by Year. Now that's
I like that.
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
That is cool.
He says the email search works very well. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Jolin says, I have too many labels, but do go through and cull the herd from time to time. Yeah. That's amazing.
I get that too.
And Mark says, my problem was that I was using my inbox as a to-do list, and everything is now.
Good point.
That it sounds like a problem, but at the same time, it sounds like you figured out the system. So where you had like a, what do you call it, a bottleneck in the system, you figured out a way to filter through and get to the bottom of it. The fact that you have 0 inbox is like huge. So
that is huge. That's big. That's a big deal. And that's hard to do. And I get that. Go ahead, Heather.
See that number?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's close to the number of Minecraft videos that have been seen on YouTube. Okay.
Trillion. Wow.
All right.
Another trillion.
I also want to say that Eileen has joined us as well. So hello is definitely deserving, and we've got Darren out there as well. So I wanted to make sure I said hello to you guys.
Absolutely. One thing that's interesting to me, though, I will say this because I have a company email that I manage. So and I have my personal email, and then I actually have you and I talked about this. I think your husband does is kind of the same thing. I use my my junk email. I have Yahoo as my junk filter. Like I just go over there and all I do is turn them off, and my inbox over there is probably 50 billion. So
Right.
that's an easy way for me to
intentional junk address, though, right? It's like when you go to a store and they say, "Hey, can we get your email address?" And you're like, "Sure," and you give them the one you plan on never looking at, right?
Exactly. And you and I talked about this too. On Gmail, they have the functionality. I know it doesn't work with other emails, but you can do the plus sign. So whenever I sign up for something, I can say whatever my like if it's 𝐤𝐸𝐿 as it is, and I don't care if people send me something. You can. That'd be cool.
We're just gonna say
plus, put a plus sign plus newsletter or plus sign up or plus those things. And then I can set a filter up to send that directly into that label automatically to where I have that, and all of those things come through that way. It's a really cool, that's a tip of video.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's a tip that you have posted on the daily tips page, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch that one. I really need to learn
It's actually on my channel live. Anybody could go see that. That's a one that I did for the public. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to get the link and put it in the description of this video. I wish I would have known that. I would have that. Can you go do that while I'm talking right now? Go get the link for that video.
Go get it. Yeah.
So it's interesting because you bring up a good point. I had at one point in time had multiple email addresses, and I used one of them the same way that you're mentioning, where it was my junk folder basically, and I would send any promotional junk would go there. All the important business stuff would only go to this one email address that I cared about. And I in the last 2 years, 3 years, I've stopped doing that. I got rid of the one junk email address. And so therefore the current email address that I utilize is full of garbage, which is what started this whole project. And trying to get through some of that, going through and unsubscribing. So this is kind of what I was getting at, was that the last 2 weeks, when an email comes in, which it does come to my inbox now because I did change my filters to no longer bypass the inbox, I would immediately respond to that in a way that it was either, if it was something I really want to take into 2022 with me, then fine, I will keep it and I won't worry about it, and I folder it and I label it properly, and so it goes to its right place and I can handle it better. If it's not, I'm unsubscribing, getting the heck out of there. And so this might be one of those things I want to tell the audience, is that it's okay to purge. It's okay to, spend, like Jalin said, 30 minutes a day, make an appointment with yourself. Hey, I'm just going to sit down for 30 minutes. I was going to scroll through Facebook, so instead I'll do that. I don't do that, so that's not true.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, just spend that time. Did you find it? You found the link?
I did. I added it, and also I did a tip in the community as well. It's tip number 94 if anybody wants to go back and check that out. But yeah, I think we added it because it was way back, and it's still relevant though, which is kind of cool because it works.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say, was I need to go back to that particular plus thing and add. So what you're saying, never mind. I'll look at the tip. I will watch the tip.
No problem. But go ahead. We can, no, this is because it might help somebody out. I don't mind if you want to.
Well, I was, because I don't have the junk email address anymore, so I could essentially create a junk email address by doing that, right? Without changing anything, without having to set up pop filters or any of that forwarding.
You can do that for sure, very easily.
We'll be looking at that. So
there you go.
Jalin mentioned using the inbox, but it was becoming overwhelming, and I was missing some important ones. And I think that's the reason I switched as well, because I was missing as well. So that's interesting, Jalin.
I don't want to do that. And the thing is one thing, and Heather, you and I talked about this, and I told you about the story at work. I would have our company, if somebody replied or forwarded or something like that, where it had my company email, my email that I was using, and someone else, and I wanted to filter the and someone else, I would just automatically go up, okay, I'm going to filter ones like these because I want them to get, I want this to go to this label. Well, when I did that, because my email was in there as carbon copied, it would filter my email. So all of my email, I was like, why are all my emails going back down there too? So I had to go through and find the filter that had that and take it out. So make sure when you're creating those filters that you don't have anything else in there or your email in there as well. So I had to really be cautious of that whenever I was pushing those filters.
So just so I understand what it is that you're saying, when you're creating your filters, you want to be pretty specific then about what you're filtering. So that Doug mentions that he finally figured out filters in Gmail, and this is one of those things. Like, their tools are at our fingertips. However, utilizing them properly is the key. So like you're saying, you need to make sure you're specific. So don't just grab an email and say filter all these.
Right.
Pay attention to the to, the from, the subject line, any of that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the extra stuff that's on there as well. Because a lot of times we just filter and say, I want to filter emails like this. Well, what do you mean by like this? Make sure you have everything, all the details, and make sure those details are there. Yeah, exactly.
So Jolin's talking about that inbox versus the 5 folders layout. And this is temporarily helping her. She'd probably go back to the inbox in time. So that makes sense. That makes sense.
I totally
Andrew, get it. I love this. Andrew says, I just counted. Is 451 labels too many? Not for you. Not for you, my dear. Not for you.
For him, that's just about right.
Yes. Thank you for putting that YouTube video link in there. So if you are watching on YouTube or Twitch, you have the link right there in the chat. So check it out. But wait till this show's over. I mean, I understand you probably want to learn how to add that plus sign, but and how to do that. But wait till we're done. Okay.
Pretty cool.
A few more minutes left of chatting, and then we're going to go to the backstage pass with our members from Tinkering with Tech community, who are going to talk about their tips for email inbox health, right? Because I want to hear Mark. I want to hear Mark talk about what he's doing.
I do too. I want to hear that.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's one that in the past he grew from these tips and my tip of those kind of things. So I'm real excited to see and hear how that's progressed and how he's done. I really want to see how that works out and if it's worked out and how he's doing with that, et cetera, et cetera. So
exactly. Well, and so we talked about the daily tips a little bit. I know it's kind of a little off topic from the email inbox health check, but in the daily tips, somebody can come into the daily tips and you're having a daily tip. Let's just say you're doing a daily tip on Gmail right now. And I come in because I've got a problem with my phone. My Pixel phone isn't doing what I thought it would do, or I can't get that one thing to happen. When that tip is over with and people have asked their questions regarding, in response to that tip that you've said, then I get the opportunity to ask my question about my Pixel phone. So it's such a neat thing to be able to hang out with you once a day and to be able to say, so I ran into this problem. Can you help me with this? And it doesn't even pertain to what you're talking about that day. So I just wanted the audience to know that that's possible. It's totally possible.
Continued conversation. The continued conversation. That's what we like to call it. Or somebody called it the other day. I said, I like that. The continued conversation. Let's just go with that. I like that.
I like that. That's good. That's very good.
It is. It is. I like that a lot. Good stuff.
Well, all right. So really we talked about, being able to purge your inbox. We talked about organizing with folders and labels and being able to use filters to do some of that automatically for you. All of these things that we've talked about, there isn't one of these things yet that we've talked about that you haven't done a daily tip on. So I know it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse here, but seriously, if you're not a member of Tinkering with Tech, you're missing out on all of these things that are just like at your fingertips. So really kind of cool that you put all that together.
Yep, absolutely. And what an appropriate timing is good for end of year, I think, and to purge this and do this and do the email exorcism that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you are qualified after all. I had no idea.
No, we appreciate everybody watching. I had up at one point I saw 18 people watching. This is awesome. Thank you, folks. I really do appreciate y'all coming on and being a part of it and watching. It makes it so much more fun to have everybody out there and do that. I know a lot of you are community members, and we appreciate that support too. Be sure to go out and get yourself right there. Oh, I almost had it. Pillow right there. Tinkering with Tech pillow.
Mine looks better than yours, just so you know. I mean,
okay.
I'm not a competition. Okay. It does. It definitely, it's clearer. It's crisp. Okay. Yours looks like blurry and kind of like.
All right, here. I'm just going to put it right here, there. How's that? So, dreaming and tinkering with tech.net. There you go. All right. I'm not advertising.
All right, we're goofing around. I think it's time to go.
Let's go. Let's go to the backstage pass. Go talk to some of our community members. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Please join us every week. It is every Wednesday, and I think I'm going to continue that through the next year. So let's. Nothing should change there. Battle of the merch. There you go. I like it. Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay, hold on. I'll keep going. Hold on.
I know. I don't have. Mine's not here. Mine's in. Hey, wait a minute. Is that a new one? I don't have that one.
You don't have that one?
No. Seriously.
Isn't that nice?
That is nice. I like it. That's a big white logo. Yep. And you can see all the tools on it real well. Yep. All right. Gonna go shopping now. I gotta go.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for take care, and we appreciate you. There you go. You like the sounds?
Is that you? Seriously, I gotta go to the bathroom now.
That's the drink. Yep. I just poured a drink to myself. So we'll see you guys in the backstage pass. Perfect time. Appreciate you, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the backstage pass community members. And Heather, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
You too, my friend. Bye, everybody.